By now, most students are settling into their fall routines, but for some children, the stress of going back to school can be a real headache. Researchers found children between the ages of 5 and 18 years old suffer more headaches in the fall. In fact, in one study, one found that a 31% increase in headache complaints when compared to the rest of the year was found. Joining me now to talk about back-to-school headaches is Dr. Shay Datta. She is a neurologist at NYU Langone Hospital, Long Island, which is located in Mineola. Good morning, doctor. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us.
Good morning. It's my pleasure.
So what is it about returning to school that can cause headaches for some children?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of times it's just the shift in the change, the circadian rhythm. The summer means more relaxed schedule. Now they're waking up at an earlier time. So the bedtime routine and not getting enough sleep may be a factor. Another factor could be just not getting their eyes checked and up to date in terms of their vision. There also could be some social, kind of psychological factors where a lot of them are used to doing work on their screens and also not being in person with their classmates, and there may be a little bit of stress to go back and kind of face in-person classes again. Another thing could be just the basics of not taking enough breaks. So if they are even in school and they're focused on either like the screen or the blackboard, taking frequent breaks, using eye drops, things like that, if they have dry eyes, can make a big difference.
Oh, those are such really good points. As a mom of three, I mean, it really is such a transition to when they get back into those routines. So when a child complains about having a headache, some parents may think maybe it's an excuse to skip school. Are they faking it? I mean, when should you take this seriously?
That's something that I know everybody struggles with. I think if a child is complaining of headaches and you basically work on their lifestyle, like making sure they're in bed by 9, 10, getting a solid 7 hours of sleep, their prescriptionist checks out, and then you address any other issues like, proper nutrition, water intake, exercise, and they're still complaining. And a big clue is that if they're not wanting to do fun activities as well, like play with their friends and video games because of these headaches, it's a clue that within about 2 or 3 weeks, you should probably see a doctor.
So if a parent decides, okay, I'm going to get the child evaluated, how should that child be evaluated?
That's a great question. Most of the time, most people start with their primary doctor or pediatrician, depending on the age. Most of the time, the neurologists that are subspecialized in headache, like myself, are a good place to start. But pediatric neurologists also are trained to treat childhood headaches as well.
And what about the age? Is there a group that is more susceptible to the headaches than others?
We've found that adolescents, because of the fact that they're a little bit more social and may stay up later on social media, things of that nature with eye strain, can also have more headaches, because the more blue light that you kind of get exposed to before you go to bed can predispose or trigger headaches in this population.
Well, Dr. Shay Datta, neurologist from NYU Langone Hospital, Long Island, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Such important information.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.